Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about hand strengthening and an easy activity you can do with your children at home to work on hand strengthening. So this is a little Play-Doh box. I think it was $5 at Dollar General. We're not trying to go anywhere, but I stopped in there one day and picked this up. You could also find Play-Doh kits online on Amazon. Target has them, Walmart has them. They make big boxes full of all kinds of toys. If you don't want to go out and get Play-Doh, you can make Play-Doh. There's a lot of recipes online, and I can put a link to a recipe in the description below. And then if you didn't buy a kit for Play-Doh, you could just use regular cookie cutters, kitchen things, scissors maybe, child scissors. I don't know exactly how well that would work. Scissors aren't in here, but the kit that comes with scissors would be a better one, I think, but they didn't have that there. So it has all kinds of cookie cutters, a rolling pin, and then, so most parents, I think, would get this Play-Doh out for their child, but really what you're not realizing is that they are working on pinch strength when they are peeling this Play-Doh out like this. So instead of then they're going to say, oh, mommy, can you get this out for me? Well, you can kind of help them a little bit. I don't want you to get them all upset crying, but try to encourage them to pull the Play-Doh out themselves, or teach them techniques like to tap it on the table and it may help it fall out. So this is just real simple stuff, rolling it like this. They're doing all this pushing and weight bearing through their fingers. And then picking a cookie cutter they can pick. You can arrange, if you want to incorporate another skill, you can arrange these like this and say, can you find the triangle? Then they had to use their visual skills to look on this table to find the triangle. Or you could say, can you find something purple? Same thing. They'll be using their visual skills to look for the tool that they're going to use next. And then pushing this really hard. One hand would be harder on that hand. Two hands would make it easier. Okay. And then there you go. In the clinic, we would be using Play-Doh, or if your child was beyond that for hand strength, we might use something called therapy putty, but be unlikely that you guys would have therapy putty at home unless you've got some from the clinic. If you have therapy putty at home, you can hide little dried beans in them, or pennies or buttons. You could also hide that in their Play-Doh and let them search for it and pull it out and put it in the cup. And then you just put it back and then let them close the lid. That also helps them with opening and closing containers, which is good for all daily activities, opening and closing food containers that have their toys in them. Okay, so something else you can do is roll it out. They can make little snakes, rolling it like this. And then after they make their snake, they can just go along the line and pinch like this. Still working on that same pinch strength where you were pulling it out of the container, then crumbling it back up. Another good one would be to make snowmen. Oop. And really, if you're just talking with your child, it doesn't have to be this specific. Let them make whatever they want to make, and then they say, oh, well, I want to make a dinosaur, and then see how creative they can be on making their dinosaur. And then, let's make a snowman too. So just making balls like that, and then pinching the balls, putting it back in with the other Play-Doh, pinching, putting it back, pinching, and putting it back. Another activity for it would be to hide something like a penny or a dried bean in the Play-Doh. You can just push like this. Of course, let the child do this part. You can do it once for them to show them, because it's going to be kind of weird. Push, push. And then roll it all up. I pushed that one too hard. And then let them look for it. And you're going to be looking for it like this. Pushing out, finding it, and then they can put it in the cup. Pushing out, finding it, put it in the cup. You can hide anything that, you'd want to do something hard plastic or something like this that wouldn't make the Play-Doh dirty. They can kind of put them back in. You could really just leave that. I think it'd be fine to leave it in that Play-Doh, or you could take it out and leave it in a different container for them. So we'll put the link to a homemade recipe for Play-Doh in the description below. And if you guys have any questions, you can email me. That will also be in the description. And if you're working with an occupational therapist, please reach out to them about the best plan of care for your child. Y'all have a great day. Thanks.